Hello dear viewers, today we will explore the question of whether we are alone in the universe and the origins of this question. We will also explore the possibility of life on Mars and the planet's past in detail. If you're ready, let's start this exciting journey of discovery. Are we alone in the universe? This seemingly simple question is actually one of the biggest riddles that humanity has been trying to solve for thousands of years. The origins of this question date back to 500 BC. The Greek philosophers Anaximander and Epicurus thought that we were not alone in the universe and that it was made up of planets teeming with life. Today, research shows that there are hundreds of millions of habitable planets in the Milky Way galaxy alone. In a universe with so many planets, it would be a great waste of space if we were alone. The invention of telescopes and the first discoveries. In the 1600s, the telescope was invented, changing the fate of humanity. With the use of the first telescopes, people began to look for planets by looking at bright spots in the sky. The Dutch astronomer Christian Huygens was very curious about Mars and spent nearly 40 years observing the red planet. Huygens wrote that the Martian soil had a black hue and that the planet was smoky with an evil stench. Although this description does not apply today, his predictions that Mars was uninhabitable proved correct. History and surface structure of Mars. Mars was formed about 4.5 billion years ago when dust particles in the solar cloud came together. The presence of molten iron in the planet's core is important for creating a magnetic field. The surface of Mars was originally covered with lava lakes and had an average temperature of 1200 degrees Celsius. Mars's largest moons, Phobos and Deimos, bear the scars of the planet's past collisions. Between 4.1 and 3.8 billion years ago, comets and asteroids that hit Mars brought liquid water to the planet and covered it with oceans. Spacecraft sent to Mars have found traces of dried lakes and waterbeds on the planet's surface. The Valles Marineris Canyon system is one of the most important pieces of evidence confirming the existence of water on Mars. Traces of water on the surface of the red planet suggest that rivers once flowed here and life could have existed. There's a large amount of frozen water in the polar regions of Mars, especially in the North Polar region. A piece of ice as big as California and Texas combined was discovered. This piece of ice lies just below the surface of Mars and sheds light on the planet's water history. In addition, the black capillary marks seen on hot Martian days could be traces of water formed by the melting of salt water. Water on the surface of Mars can only stay liquid for a few hours due to the low pressure and atmosphere. Life that may have lived on Mars may have existed when the planet had a thick atmosphere and oceans. With the disappearance of Mars's atmosphere, these life forms may have retreated below the surface and adapted to the harsh conditions. The Perseverance rover continues its mission to search for signs of microbial life on Mars. Microbial life on Mars may have survived in isolated regions of the planet's subsurface. Asteroids from Mars and the panspermia hypothesis. Meteorites coming to Earth from Mars suggest that the origin of life may have come from Mars. ALH 84001, one of these asteroids from Mars, stands out with traces of microbial life on it. According to this hypothesis, a piece of rock that broke off from Mars may have fallen to Earth and caused life to sprout here. This possibility is known as the panspermia hypothesis and attempts to explain the origin of life on Earth. Mars' magnetic field and the extinction of the atmosphere. Mars' magnetic field was not strong enough to protect the planet's atmosphere and the water on the surface. The weakening of the magnetic field caused the atmosphere to disappear over time and the water on the surface to evaporate and escape into space. This led to Mars ceasing to be a habitable place. The weakening of Mars's magnetic field is linked to the cessation of the dynamo effect in the planet's core. The future of Mars and human exploration. Mars has always been a planet that has fascinated people. Scientists don't expect to find life here, but they are looking for signs of life that existed in Mars's past. People who reach Mars in the future will continue their exploration using the planet's underground caves and water ice. Each discovery we make about Mars shows once again how intriguing and mysterious this planet is. Conclusion. Mars is one of the most explored planets in the solar system, and this interest will continue until humanity is no more. Searching for traces of life on Mars is an important step towards answering the question of whether we are alone in the universe. Scientists do not expect to find life here, but they are looking for signs of life that existed in Mars's past. People who reach Mars in the future will continue their exploration using the planet's underground caves and water ice. Each discovery we make about Mars shows once again how intriguing and mysterious this planet is. If you want to watch videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video to support me. See you in the next video. Bye.